What?
Okay.
Minutes slowly in. Okay, well, pretty close. I must have spun the bed. Call to order the regular common council meeting, Monday, July 19th, 7 PM. Roll call.
Braun?
Yes.
Langen? Yes. Candy Davis?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Paul Davis?
Yes.
Burdick?
Yes. Next item, pledge of allegiance. Confirmation of appropriate meeting notice.
Meeting notices were posted at the library post office City Hall on City Hall on Friday, July 16th.
Council acceptance of agenda.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Personal appearances. I know the chief wants to give one here, so.
Thank you. I just, in the spirit of transparency, I just wanted to inform the council of something that occurred several weeks ago. With the untimely passing of Dr. Ergens, his son Alan came to my office and asked for our help with an issue that came about where they were in possession of several long guns, rifles and shotguns. And the wanted to know what would be the best way that you know, what they could do with those. And so we sat down and we talked about it, and knowing that the police department couldn't get any gain from this donation, and I talked to Ramona about it, Ellen and I sat down and we decided that we would sell those weapons and donate the money to a good cause in the name of Dr. Ergens. Well, 4 of the weapons were brand new, and you could tell they were obtained through raffles here in the, I'm sure, the Wisconsin area. They were marked on the boxes, and 4 of the weapons were in boxes. 2 of the weapons were in excellent condition, but needed some cleaning up. So not to make it look inappropriate, I asked Kenny Crandall, who is a former Edgerton firefighter and avid hunter, if he could help facilitate cleaning the weapons and selling them, so that there'd be no favoritism shown on behalf of the police department. Mr. Crandall did a phenomenal job cleaning the 2 used weapons and was able to facilitate a sale and obtained $450 for those weapons, which was donated in the name of Dr. Ergens through the police association to the library. The other 4 weapons, which are brand new, still in a box, are being cleaned up, and they are going to be raffled off by the Glacier's Edge Council of the Boy Scouts. They have a fundraising raffle every year, and they're gonna use those as their raffle prizes. Those will have to we'll have to facilitate that. Again, Mr. Crandall will take care of that and get them through a gun dealer so that the ownership can be transferred over to Glacier's Edge. The money raised will go to the Boy Scouts. In addition to those weapons, there was quite a few boxes of ammunition. The ammunition was donated to Kevin and Donna Slade at the Conservation Club to be used for their gun safety classes. So I just wanted to bring this up to let you guys know what was going on. Didn't want any kind of rumors or innuendos going around that we're taking in guns and selling them for a profit. That is by no means the case. I maintained contact with the Organs family. I made sure they had the names of the weapons, the serial numbers, and exactly what was going on with each of them, and I have the emails that I sent to them. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank Kenny for us.
I certainly will.
Anyone else? Okay, we will move on to the minutes from July 6th.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Is there any corrections or additions?
I have one. Looks like I'm listed as not excused for that day, but I was.
As was Sarah, I received her email just before the meeting, so we will note that in the minutes that both of you are excused.
Any other corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Committee reports, finance, Andy.
Yes, finance met this evening. Motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $222,899.73.
Second.
Any questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve the amendment to the Edgerton Home Revival Manual utilizing alternative one, which is eligible cost.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve addendum with Cedar Corp. USDA contract for the construction engineering for South Main Street project.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bid for Highway 51 and 59 pavement marking to the low bidder in the amount of $90,737 from Sir Lancelot.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve low bid from Johnson Brothers in the amount of $126,937.50 for downtown crosswalk project.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve development agreement for Bristol Pines condominiums.
Second.
No, it's your point.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve development agreement for One Tree condominiums.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Paul Davis.
Yes.
Got out of order, sorry.
Motion still passes. Motion still passes.
I'm not that new.
It was just a bit of a hesitation. I ignore you.
That was last week, your excuse, right?
Yeah.
That passed.
Okay. Motion to approve development agreement for One Tree subdivision.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve the purchase of 210 West Fulton Street.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to authorize appropriation of funds from TIF number 6 to allow for the anticipated closing and purchasing of 210 West Fulton Street.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that's it for finance.
Okay, just for record, no licenses.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, there were no license applications. I'm sorry, X that off my,
I got crossed off too already.
thank you.
Thank you. Anything from utility?
Yes, utility. We met last week. There really wasn't anything to come forward. We didn't even have any leak credits or, credits to go through. It was pretty straightforward, right? Howard, nothing we need to really bring forward?
Not necessarily from the meeting. The only thing I would mention is that we are doing the pre-construction meetings for both the lead laterals and South Main later this week.
Thank you.
That's it for utilities.
Thank you. Anything from parks?
Real quick update, we did meet last week, can't remember the date off the top of my head. And we did our annual tour of several parks. So we went to Central Park, and talked with, the pool director, Ann Golke, and walked through some of the things from a budget perspective that she may be asking for coming up. After that, we went to Racetrack Park, walked through Racetrack, and had some good discussion there. Saw the improvements that Howard and his staff did, and they look great. And then we also went to Randolph, thank you, Randolph Street, and looked at the area there that is on discussion as far as doing some work there. So, Casey, anything else that you think we need to bring up?
No, it's a city-owned lot. I wouldn't call it a park.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are we?
Yes, I'm sorry, yes,
Right by the creek there, across from?
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to say park, sorry. And that's it.
Thank
Nothing further.
Thank you. Next item is to consider retransfer agreement for temporary pond in One Tree subdivision. We need a little background on that, or?
Certainly. In your packet, I don't have a page number for you, but it's the second page of the staff report. There's a pond that is in One Tree subdivision, and when you look at the plat, it's in the outlot. That pond is a temporary pond. The goal in the long run is to have a regional basin in that area whereby this pond could be developed. So the objective of this agreement is that the developer will deed the pond to the city upon the creation of the development, and if the regional pond ever happens, then the city would redeed transfer the pond back to the developer so that they could then fill it in and create, I think it's probably 3 residential lots out of it. And there's a 20-year sunset clause on it.
Just have a question on the size of it. Is it the correct size for a pond? I mean, it's the correct size of a lot, because all the lots are the same, but I mean, is it, does it have the capacity to do what it's supposed to do during its life?
It does.
It does.
Mhm.
And then, is it the city's upkeep then through the life of it before it's turned over?
Correct.
Okay.
And we debated that and felt that, if you don't take care of it, you have problems. And
Mhm.
the developers, it would be really hard to find a developer to take care of that once those lots are all built on.
Right.
So those improvements are like roads that are dedicated to the city, so the city can make sure they're maintained.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve the agreement?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is consider adoption of City of Edgerton Resolution 1521 regarding private side lead lateral program. Sure.
Sorry for the lack of information in your packet. It arrived after the packet went out, but at your place, you should have a copy of a resolution. This is pretty much a DNR prepared resolution, but as you know, we have received a grant for the lead lateral replacement. The amount of the award of the grant is in this resolution of $304,199. And what this resolution is to allow the mayor and the city administrator to execute documents regarding the grant. So there will be agreement forthcoming. The DNR still hasn't developed the agreement, but many cities who have received these awards are already underway, and we will be underway soon with this project also.
We'll make a motion to adopt City of Edgerton Resolution 15-21.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none?
I just want to ask one, as someone getting this done, and I've been asked about it, how soon is soon?
The pre-con meeting is Wednesday. We're going to do, they'll be in town on Thursday doing an emergency replacement that someone has. And we will know on Wednesday then what their schedule will be. So we have been, as for those of you who are participating or even who aren't, we have sent letters out to all of the 100 people that have been willing to let us go into their homes, do an inspection, and have a lateral that's eligible. So we sent communications out to all of them saying, let us know, confirm you're interested, and give us your contact information. So we're handing that over to the contractor, and the contractor will be in touch. So I'm expecting it'll be, within the next 2 weeks, they'll be here in town, and it's a big firm, so I'm guessing they'll move along.
So we don't necessarily have to wait until the DNR sends the check.
No, and that's what's troubling me is for a long time is that we want that agreement before we start, and they're like that it's not going to happen that way.
Right.
So most of the other communities are underway, so we have been purposely not starting until we had as much guarantee, but the DNR says you need to go, so the agreement's coming. It seems backwards to me, but.
I mean, I would think we could, if that's the last hurdle, though, I think as someone who's worked in a legislative office, that's when we lean on Senator Ringhand and Representative Verwink. That's what they're there for.
Right,
You
yeah.
know.
I'm been reassured 1,000 times that we're fine.
Yeah,
Start the project, so.
right.
Anything further? Roll call.
Burdick,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is consider adoption of City of Edgerton Resolution 1421, establishing the American Rescue Plan Act Grant Fund. Okay.
All right, in your packet is that resolution, and the objective of this resolution is to ensure by receiving these funds, we don't have any complication with levy limits or expenditure restraint programs. So if any of you have had a chance to see any of the documentation that's come out in the league, there's been a lot of stuff published in the municipality magazine. One of the basic recommendations is have this in a segregated fund so that it is clear that there isn't a complication, and therefore you would, because it could have some real long-term impacts on levy limits and expenditure restraint. So this sets up that fund where those funds will be kept segregated from the general fund.
Make a motion to adopt City of Edgerton Resolution 14-21.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes. Consider mayor's appointments and recommendations. I'd like to nominate Greta Johnson for the vacancy on the library board. She was on for a little while previously, but she had to leave for some personal reasons. She'd like to get back on there.
What's her first name?
Greta.
Greta? Mm, good.
I would move for that recommendation.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? carried. We still have an opening on utilities, if there's anyone interested in that, if you can find anybody interested in joining that. I have not heard back from a couple people that I've asked, so I don't think they're gonna bang the door down to join us for that. And then we have to put a local team together for the Dane County Natural Hazard Plan update. And our local team, I would nominate, would be the Public Works Committee. Especially since two of the other persons are Dane County representatives too.
Or what?
Dane County representatives. First district was out in Dane County.
Yeah, I would agree.
Make that motion.
I will make that motion to have Public Works, right, committee. What it was, the Dane County Hazard?
Natural Hazard Plan update.
There you go, that's it. That's my motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it as long as I don't have to say that.
Yes, yeah, ditto, right?
I don't remember when we did this last. 10
It's
years?
every 5
ago?
years.
Every 5?
Wow.
It must have been pretty easy, because I
Yeah.
don't remember it at all.
I think the local committee was, it really was more reporting to the Public Works Committee. It was, they're having a much greater effort in trying to make sure that there's a local committee involved in it this time. So that's why they're really requesting we take the formal process of appointing a committee.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Might be a good-
I just have a question. How long is the process?
Well, it won't be adopted until '23,
Well,
so
then,
it's a long process.
okay, so it's whoever sits on that committee, correct?
Yes.
It isn't Ms. Braun and Mr. Burdick and myself
Good point.
for eternity, right? Which is it?
It's the committee,
It's the
and
committee.
that's what the motion,
The
yeah.
committee in name, no matter who sits on it. That's a good question. And is that your intention?
Sure.
And also that's correct.
Did you feel that tie getting tighter, did you?
No.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, what was the title of that again?
The Dane County Natural Hazard Plan Update Committee.
What's one?
Roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes,
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Sure.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen.
I was waiting for the Public Works Committee to vote no and leave that one in my lap.
We should.
That's it for appointments for now. So mayor, alderperson, and staff reports.
What we need to go.
Looked like Tobacco Days was fairly successful, hopefully encouraging for the committee to want to maybe do it again next year. I saw no issues out at the park when I was out there. Chief said he didn't have anything to report, so everybody was well behaved, and the power outage did not affect that too bad, because the lights were not out that long, and the musical equipment was run on a generator, so it kind of covered everything. It was a busy place all weekend. And that's all I have. Anybody else have anything?
Just echo that. Good job, both of them. Thank you. Howard's crew and chiefs.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried.
We made it.
Thank you, everybody.
So